Hey, it's Martha. Happy Halloween. It is Halloween if you're watching this today. And I have my November basket. Look at me. One day ahead, filming ahead here. My November basket. This is it. I find that filling this up pretty much gives me a good amount of wax. That'll carry me through the end of the month. I can always add other things. I can do what I want. It's my basket. Some days, and I did that in October. There's a few days where I'm like, I want to melt something different that's not my basket. So I consider this a suggestion box. But along with this melting basket, I did something that I did pretty much the same as in October, which was do like a little weekly theme. Did I stick through it? That sounds weird. Did I stick to it? Not through it. And I stick to it in October, kind of, and my weekly challenge, just a theme, kind of have some fun with it. And then as I was thinking of my theme, I was also thinking of things to pull. So the weekly challenge is like, melt something from the theme during that week. You could do it all week long if you want. I did post it in my community tab if you want to follow along with that. And I will recap what that is at the beginning of this video, then get into this melting basket. So if you are ready to see what I shopped in my stash, then stick around. All right, so really quick, just telling you what my theme is. My theme for November, I was thinking of, it's not my last, but it's kind of the big hurrah for fall scents, pumpkin scents, those kinds of things. I know in December, I'm going to want to be diving into holiday blends, Christmas tree blends, woodsy blends, things like that. So this is kind of like the last month, or look through my stash and say, what do you still have in here? So for week one, I said leftovers, because I was thinking Thanksgiving, leftovers, gratitude. When I think of November, that's kind of what I think of: connection, gratitude, food. So we went with leftovers. So finish off any vendors that you only have a few items left of in your stash. And let's, clear out the old and make room for the new. So that was the first week. Week two, nature's palette. So I'm thinking melt wax and colors you see in nature during November. So a lot of rich browns, burnt oranges, golden yellows, and some muted greens would be fun. So any wax like that, capturing kind of the autumn landscape. For week three, I thought cozy at home. So, because that's also, no, it's not Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving week is week 4. Yes. Cozy. So week 3 is cozy at home. Focus on scents that remind you of different rooms in the house. Melt something that smells like a library or paper or any other room that feels cozy and inviting. Could even be kitchen, bakery scents too, of course. So home is where the heart is. That was week 3. Week 4 is feast of scents. So melt anything food related. Think of pumpkin pie, sweet potato, desserts, and all those delicious, comforting bakery scents that make you feel like you're at a holiday feast. And then if any of those don't sound appealing, or maybe the cozy at home one didn't, I added a bonus theme, which is gratitude melts. So melt scents that evoke feelings of gratitude, whether it's a blend that reminds you of a special memory, a comforting scent you're thankful for, or something that makes you smile. So since this is it's Halloween when you're watching this, but since this is my November basket, or when you may be watching this, since this is my November basket, question for today's video is, give me maybe if you have a special memory of maybe, and I know Canadians did Thanksgiving in October, but if you have a special memory around Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, or just something you're grateful for, some kind of gratitude. And it can't be the basic, which I know everyone is going to say, of course, family, health, all that. If there's something other than that maybe pops in your mind that you're grateful for, then leave those in the comments below. So I'm going to start here with my basket. I will call out that in this basket, I don't have a lot of Scentsy, because I don't have a lot of partial Scentsy, and I really wanted to try to get partials or vendors. I only have a couple bars left, or food related things. I will be adding Scentsy throughout the month as I warm it, because I do want to get into just some catalog classics, and I might, if I have enough, we'll see. An idea I have in my head is to do maybe a warming, what I've been warming video that are like classic Scentsy catalog scents. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time to do that, but it's a thought that popped in my head. Okay, so let's start off with, I think this is the Knowles that I pulled out. Honey Spice Pear. This is pear, apple, honey, nutmeg, cinnamon, and lemon zest. Honey Spiced Pear. Then I have a partial of Coastal Embers. This is Beach Evenings and By the Fireplace. This was in his last pre-order, I think, the one that just occurred a few weeks ago. And then Let's Get Cozy. I only have 3, so here's a partial where I have 3. This will be perfect for my bedroom. This is Cocoa Butter, Cashmere, and Palo Santo. So Let's Get Cozy. I think that was all the Knowles I pulled out. Then we have Second and Spruce. I have not warmed Second and Spruce in a few months, so I really wanted to warm some Second and Spruce, so I have some here. So I have Candy Apples. This is a cheerful, festive blend of juicy apple, candied maple glaze highlighted with warm cinnamon, orange peels, and rose musk. So this is basically winter candy apple, from Bath & Body Works. And that is Candy Apple. So I have a full bag of that. Friday night dinners. Yeah, it's a full bag of this one too. This is from June of 2023. This is sweet cranberry marmalade blended with honey cornbread, topped off with French bourbon. Friday night dinners. And then we've got pumpkin eggnog. I want to sneak some eggnog in there because I love eggnog. This is this is a great November one because it's pumpkin pecan waffles blended with old-fashioned eggnog. This is from November of 2023, so a year ago. Pumpkin eggnog. Oh my gosh, I remember that like it was. I literally remember making this pre-order because I think I almost forgot pumpkin eggnog, and I went back in and ordered it. All right, also from November of last year, this is dessert sushi. This is all the things jelly glazed donuts. Glazed donuts. It's got it in there twice. Okay. Rich white cake, marshmallow fluff, boardwalk taffy, and candy corn buttercream. This sounds delicious. So dessert sushi. I think just looking at what I pulled from Lavender Speckles is a lot of it will be on that kind of holiday feast week. Luke's Diner Pie. This is black cherry merlot, spiced cinnamon cake topped or whipped coconut cake, pie crust, and a hint of marshmallow maraschino cherry. Sorry, I should have my glasses on. Luke's Diner. Apple pie and frosting. This is sweet apple pie and vanilla buttercream, also from November of last year. So I must have done a pretty good haul last year. Then we have, got my hair in my face. Strawberry musk and pine cones. This is a famous strawberry musk blended with roasted pine cones. This is from May of 2024. I pulled this out because I want to get into a little bit of pine cones as well, because I love her roasted pine cones. Beth's Lavender and Speckles roasted pine cone is one of my favorites. This video, I can't even talk. I just started. All right, cranberry and fireside marshmallow. This is Cranberry Woods sweet and smoky marshmallow. Cranberry and fireside marshmallow. So this might dip into December, but that was the Lavender and Speckles I pulled out. Okay, then let's see here. I'm hoping I did this in somewhat order, so it'll be time-stamped nicely. And I almost missed one here. This is also from Lavender and Speckles. This is Vanilla Surf. This is creamy vanilla, toasted marshmallow, driftwood, sea salt with a touch of caramel. I have a little bit more than half a souffle left. This is from May of 2024. This is her newer olive oil wax, and it's a partial, so that's why I pulled it out. So it was a partial, and this is supposed to be inspired by Scentsy's Vanilla Waves, and I did warm some in the bedroom already. a while back, and it was really, really good. So I like that one a lot. Okay, so making sure I don't have any more Lavender and Speckles. Okay, I think that was it for Lavender and Speckles. Let's move on to, I have 2 from Destination Wax. So this is Pistachio Almond Cookie, Pistachio and Almond Cookies, warm. I will have bloopers at the end because I can already tell you I've screwed up enough, but I'm not taking this one out. This is, where are my glasses? This is Pistachio and Almond Cookies, warm out of the oven, not warm cut, warm out of the oven. And a 4-week cure time is recommended. But this is from August of 2022. So this is beyond cure. This is over 2 years old now. So want to use it up. I think I have a total of 6 bars of Destination Wax. So I have 2 in here, leaving me 4 for December. And those were more December scents. I think it was like roasted pine cones and things like that. So I'll hopefully be able to do a reset on Destination Wax. And one of the things that I'd like to do, I know I'm not going to do it for every vendor, but I'd like to do for some vendors is like use it, almost all of it or all of it, and then I will allow myself to purchase more. It won't be the rule across the board, but for kind of vendors that I've tried once or maybe twice and I want to try again. So that is Pistachio Almond Cookie. And then Nutmeg and Spices is spicy warm blend of nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon, and clove with a little caramel and vanilla. Nutmeg and Spices. And this one is from July of 2023. So that one is not as old as the other one. It's still blurry. There we go. Okay, those were the 2. Then from Harper James, I think I only pulled out 2. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Harper James left, but I have some. I think what I have left is more Christmas scents. I mean, this is in the old the old bags I used to use. So I know this has been sitting around. This is definitely from 2022. This is Happy Birthday Pumpkin from Harper James. It's pumpkin spice, vanilla ice cream, marshmallow, and marshmallow frosting, and birthday cake. I don't know why I'm just missing 1 cube, but I have 5. And Harper James was the first vendor I ever purchased from. I was just watching Melanie Bright House Scents. She just did a haul recently, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't purchased Harper James in a while. So that's another one that I would do a reset on before maybe buying again, because I do like some of her winter blends. So it'll probably be next year if I buy again. I've had hit and miss, on this, but she does have some really good blends. Yeah, I get a lot of birthday cake, actually. I'm not getting a ton of pumpkin on this one. It's been a long time since I've sniffed it. So, but Happy Birthday Pumpkin. And then Fresh Baked Bread. This is Fresh Baked Bread. Fresh Baked Bread. So Melanie was talking about the bread scents that she loves from Harper James. And I do too. I like her freshly baked more than fresh baked bread because that one has cinnamon and stuff. But I have a little more than half. So again, we're trying to use up wax that I've had for a really long time and of vendors I haven't warmed in a long time. So those are the 2 that I pulled from Harper James. And then I have one here from Birdies Making Sense. This was friend mail from Christine's Scentsy. And this one is called Gordy Vibes Only, I think. It's espresso, caramel maple swirl, and a hint of pumpkin pie or pumpkin pecan waffle. This is from, looks like December of 2022. So we're approaching 2 years. And this is a big piece. This is a big piece of wax. I've never melted Birdies Making Sense. Very strong espresso scent. So this is a good coffee one. And it's like a jack-o'-lantern in the gourd. Very cool. I know I've watched haul videos of Birdie Making Sense, and she has some really intricate molds and designs, which is pretty cool. So using that one up since I've had that for a while. Okay, then we're going to move on to, I think this is the only Traverse City Wax Company one that I'm warming. This is the first time or the only brittle I've ever had. I got this from a round robin, so I will be excited to try the brittle. I've tried Frankenstein in the little bakery bags, and that particular one didn't perform very well for me, but I've tried other from Traverse City and have had good performance. I'm going to see how the brittles work for me. Cinnamon chai. This is spiced peppercorn, cinnamon, black tea, and sweet vanilla. I'm really excited about this one. Cinnamon chai. I do want to smell it again. I get the tea. I'm really getting a lot of tea in here. So if you like tea, that one smells good. So I'm looking forward to trying that one. Okay, then from Second and Spruce. Let's do Second and Spruce. I hadn't warmed Second and Spruce. I didn't warm any last month because I was saving it for November. And I've got a good amount here, I think. So as I'm pulling things out here, trying to go in order. My last video, my What I've Been Warming video, I did ask, if you believed in supernatural. I shared a ghost story. If you want to see that, I'll link it up here. It'll be also linked in the description box. But so a few of you have been sharing some ghost stories. So given that it is Halloween, are there any superstitions you have? Any superstitions like mirrors breaking or black cats or anything like that? I'm trying to think. I don't believe I have any superstitions. Sometimes sports related, but I don't really stick to them. So they can't be real superstitions like, wearing a certain jersey or, things like that. But no, I don't think I do. I've walked under ladders and things like that. So let me know if you have any superstitions. I'm curious. Okay, from Second and Spruce, Thanksgiving stretchy pants. I will be warming this on Thanksgiving for sure. This is pumpkin pie, apple pie, sugar cookie, and hints of pecan caramel, brown sugar, and mallow fluff. This is from September of last year. This was a doozy. When I warmed this last year on Thanksgiving, a little went a long way, which is why I still have a lot. And I'm trying to think. This must have been a mini loaf size. So this one was strong. And it'll be interesting to see too a year later what curing did, because Second and Spruce doesn't need cure time. For me, that is ready to go. You got it, put it in your warmer. But I'm wondering how it keeps. Sometimes it works the other way where it might lose a little bit, especially with bakery. So we will see. But yeah, this will probably be my Thanksgiving scent. I did double bag this one because I also have heard, I don't know what people think about pre-chopping. If it loses, I don't think it loses scent, chopping ahead of time, but I don't know. But I also don't like to chop things ahead of time, so very often. Okay, fried dough. This is fried dough, flaky crust, cinnamon brown sugar from October of last year. I have not melted fried dough at all. This is a very popular blend of hers. Not melted it. Nope. So that's the plan. Then Chai Girl. Chai tea, maple, brown sugar, oatmeal cookies, also from September of last year. So that is Chai Girl. Haven't melted this either. We have Fall in Love. This is pumpkin pecan waffle, birthday cake, glazed donut, cinnamon, and sugar from September of last year. This is also the reason I did not go in on the last pre-order, and I love Second and Spruce. I love Erica's wax, but I'm like, I have these fall scents to warm now. So I skipped. Okay. This one I have warmed before, and this was a repurchase. This is Dark Nights. It's Palo Santo, Mallow Fireside, Vanilla Bean, Mallow, and Blackberry from September of last year. This is fantastic. This is such a great scent. Beautiful blackberry. This is nice, and it is dark and it's cozy. Yeah, and it's a great performer. Like this really performs really well. And I think what I get a lot from this one is the blackberry and probably the Palo Santo, if I remember correctly. So that is Dark Nights. Then Roasty Toasty. This is roasted pine cones, toasted mallow, cinnamon, and sugar bakery spices. Also from September of last year. Roasty Toasty. So again, these are full. Like I haven't melted these. The exception of Dark Nights and Thanksgiving Stretchy Pants. Haven't melted those scents at all before. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Let's see. I have some Southbound, so I decided to grab that. And what is that? Okay. I have two here that would be fitting for this time of season, although I probably should have worn this in October. This one is Fright Night. This is, although it's melon, it's got melon in it. I was like, okay, let me make sure I'm reading that correctly. Melon, interesting. Melon, citrus, sandalwood, and cedar. Fright Night from Southbound. You don't see melon very much in like a scent that would be related to Halloween, right? I mostly get the cedar and the sandalwood. I really am not picking up melon. So interesting. Yeah, I got this in a round robin box. And then caramel cookie latte, caramel deep cookies and rich caramel coffee. So I have a couple coffee scents this month. Oh, I always do this. I always miss one from Second and Spruce. This is Where There's Smoke and Palo Santo. Now I do have a tub of this, but I'm trying to also use my samples. So forgot that one. That's from Second and Spruce. This is fantastic. This smells so good. So I'm starting to pull in November. You know, it's kind of a transition month for me as well. So even though I want to melt those bakery scents and those foodie scents and pumpkin scents, I want to make sure I have some variety to dip into a little cold nights. For me, what starts to feel a little wintry with the roasty toasty and things like that. So made sure to give myself a pretty good assortment of things. All right. Okay, I think these are the only two that I pulled from Salt Mountain Melts, another vendor that I have not melted in a long time. This is from last year. This is Frosted Chai Cookies. This is sugar cookies, vanilla frosting, masala chai, and milk. Poured August of 2023. Now, I do have a number of chai blends here, so we'll see. I might be like, I don't feel like it, but yeah, I wanted to pull it out. And then Everything Nice, honey pear cider, which I also pulled out from Knowles Farm Scents. So honey pear cider, cinnamon, sugar donut, and buttercream. This is from October of 2023. So full souffles from last year. I really, really want to not do that again, where I have so much wax that I'm holding on for a year because I'm a seasonal melter. And so I'm working my way one wax package at a time to have less. So Wicked Bliss. This is from Rainbow Melts. This is zucchini, pumpkin pecan waffles, sugar cookies, and butter brickle. This is from January of 2023. So we're almost 2 years old. This was friend mail. Wicked Bliss from Rainbow Melts. Now Rainbow Melts is another one that the few that I've received in friend mail, thank you so much for that. I get to try a vendor I haven't purchased from, and it's performed for me and performed really well. And someone just recently, I was watching a haul with Rainbow Melts. Oh, it wasn't a haul. It was Courtney. Courtney Scentsy in her empties. I think she had some Rainbow Melts, and I was like, yeah, that's another vendor I wanna try or buy from, I should say. Okay, now I've got a bunch of little onesie twosies because I went in my spreadsheet and I said, okay, what are some where I just have like one bar, one clamshell, and like use it up. So I have a few. I have quite a few, but okay. So this is just like the Fantasy Wax Apple Cider Donut. I got this in friend mail. I don't know how old this is, but apple cider donut. Again, wanting to use up some of that pumpkin, apple cider stuff before we get into December. This one was friend mail from Summer Michelle. This is from the Melt Stash. This is Walk in the Park, Sugar Cookie Royal, Roasted Pine Cone, and Lemon. Looks like this was poured February of 2024. I've heard great things from the Melt Stash, so I'm excited to warm this and see what I think. I've heard wonderful things. Ooh, this one smells really good. I do get a lot of that lemon. That's nice. This might be a nice one for, kind of an in-between. I like to call it a palate cleanser. Sometimes you're a little over some of these fall scents or pumpkin scents or things like that, where this would be a really nice palate cleanser. Okay, from Black Label Wax Melts. I don't think I've ever tried this vendor. This was in friend mail. Round Robin. Oh Holy Night. This is Pine Needles, Palo Santo, Sandalwood, and Smoky Vanilla. And this one, I don't know why I stuck it in here. Oh, I stuck it in here because I think it's my one and only. Because I'm like, why am I putting obviously a Christmas holiday scent in here? So I'll probably warm this closer to the end of the month. But I think it's my only one. So I figured kind of go with that theme of like, let's use up kind of these onesies, twosies. Another one where I only have one of this vendor. This is Savanah Blue Scented Wax Melts. This is Fair Churros. It's brown sugar, funnel cake, and cinnamon sugar. This was in the round robin. I do remember this from last year, from a little over a year ago. Yeah, this is on the lighter side, but it's from, I don't know how old it is. It's definitely over a year old because that's when I picked it up. So Savanah Blue. Then from Canapa Candle, also from that round robin. This one is called, I think it's called Lodge. I think that's what it's called. It's called Lodge. So we're going to try this one. And I can see that my camera is getting hot. This smells like it's got a smokiness to it. It's almost like an outdoor. There's a freshness, like fresh air, and then also like a little smokiness, like you got a fireplace going. So that one smells pretty good. And it's got a good, strong scent to it. Then from Hayden Rowe Candle. Now, never purchased from Hayden Rowe. I know there's a lot of people that love Hayden Rowe. I've only tried one scent so far. I heard she had stopped pouring wax melts and that she is now beginning to pour wax melts again. I think, was focusing on candles for most of this year, but I know a lot of people are happy that she's pouring wax melts again. So this is Pressed Linen. I've also been, ooh, that smells so good. It smells like a clean laundry scent. And I've been kind of itching to find, kind of looking through and seeing what do I have that's really fresh and clean smelling. This will be another nice palette cleanser, I think. It smells, if you like laundry scents, which I do, that's what this is. Then I got this in friend mail. This is called Winter Witch. This is South of Sanity candles. So I warmed two. I haven't talked about one yet. It'll be in next week's melting basket, but I warmed, if you've watched a past video, at the time of filming this, I've only shared one from South of Sanity, and it performed really well. So this one is Winter Witch. It doesn't have scent notes in here. This is smoky. Definitely campfire or fireplace. Very toasty. This will be great for like an evening, and it's starting to get cold. Like even today, as I was coming in here, it's 66 degrees in here. I just, came from work and I'm like, do I turn on the heater? No, not yet. But it's getting close. Okay, springtime. Oh, so this is from Teddy Bees. And I just mentioned I've been, I hate to say craving. Craving is, I guess craving. I guess I've been kind of craving to find some of these clean scents. So I pulled out Springtime in Montana from Teddy Bees. It's nowhere near springtime, but this is another laundry scent, and this is Crisp Cotton Lavender White Peach and Vanilla Balsam. This is from March of 2023. It is a partial, so it's a souffle that I cut up. This one I do remember being really strong, but I felt that was lacking in my October basket, like just something fresh for those in-between days. So I pulled that one out. Okay, another onesie here. This is from Enchanted Scent Memories. This is Winter Wonderland, and this was from July of 2023. I don't know what the scent notes are here. This smells like, I can still smell springtime in Montana. That's a strong one. This one is perfumey. I feel like there might be like a patchouli in this one. This one is nice though. So this I pulled because this might be my last one from Enchanted Scent Memories. I think so. And wanting to use up that scent. So I'll warm that near the end of November. Then from L3 Waxy Wonders, I have Hay. Hay. So I have just a teeny bit left of Hay from L3 Waxy Wonders, and this is a good scent. Probably a great mixer. I'm just not a mixer, but I enjoyed melting Hay when I melted that. Was that last month or September? Okay, I only have one from Britta's. This is Shadow of St. Nicholas. And this was in my partial basket, so that's where this came from. This is Autumn Wreath, Christmas Tree, and Mulberry, and this was from November of last year. And as you can see here, it's a partial, so wanted to use that up. Then I have a partial scoop here from Scoopable Wax Melts, and this is Harvest Moon, Leaves and Honey Spiced Pear. So I warmed some of this in September. Yes, September, and it's a really good scent. Very, very good. So I'm hoping to finish it since I only have half of it left. From Dessa's Homespun Scents, this is Roasted Honey, Butter, and Bread. This is a dollop of whipped honey buttercream atop a thick slice of fresh baked bread. I think I pulled this for that kind of desserts left, foodie week. So that one I'm looking forward to. So I'm finally getting Dessa's to work for me. And this is the thing with vendor wax. Every vendor is going to be slightly different, use different type of, warmers and heats and combinations of stuff. So it was kind of testing how to get Dessa's to work for me. Definitely wasn't working in just Scentsy warmers at all. Hotter is better. And I had heard about that, but I didn't know how hot I needed to go. So I think what worked for me is really using my candle crock and my tea light warmers and a hot plate and really kind of staying away from Scentsy. Or if I'm going to do Scentsy, maybe just one in my hottest one. But I need a whole bar to kind of fill up my open space. And I don't know how much these, I'm thinking about weight. I forget how much these are. As far as how much wax is in here. But yeah, I have to use a whole bar in order to get scent. But worth it to me because their scents are really, really nice. So that is Dessa's Homespun Scents, Roasted Honey, Butter, and Bread. Okay, then from Yummer's Delight, I have two that I got in friend mail from Steph. Steph Loves Life here on YouTube. This is Dark Side of the Moon and Winter Moon. So there are only two. So I want to use them up so I don't have to carry them over in my spreadsheet for next year. And that would be my first time warming Yummer's Delight. I haven't warmed Yummer's Delight before. Okay, my battery died there, so probably a abrupt edit. So now I have Rose Girls, Sassy Girl Aroma, and some Scentsy. So Rose Girls, I have Frosted Glacier Christmas Camp Out, Peppermint Campfire Cookies, and Marshmallow Fireside, Palo Santo, and a hint of pine. So although this is more wintry, I have very little left, if you can see that, in this bag. It was in my partial basket. So I have another basket very similar that looks like this in the other room where I drop partials in there. Not all of them, but I have been, you know, as I remember to do it. So this was in there. That was one of the first places I went and looked for this basket. So this is a little bit of an eclectic basket. We'll see what I think of it when I'm in it. I don't know. I will be honest. I'm like excited about certain things, and some I'm like, am I going to want to warm this? I don't know, but I think so. I think so. So this next one here is light as a feather, stiff as a board. I warmed a lot of this, I think, in September or August. Again, it's like put it in a room and warm it. Not very much left. This is a really nice scent. I did like that one a lot. And then the Midnight Society, Palo Santo, Sweet Lavender, Vanilla Bean Noel. I think I warmed this at the beginning of October. This is all I have left, so I wanted to finish that off. And if I do, that would be 3 bags of Rose Girls out. Then all of these came from Sassy Girl Aroma. All of these came from my partial basket. Sleepy Time. This is Sweet Lavender, Mint, and Chamomile. This is from February of 2023. Sleepy Time. This is a really nice one in the evening. It's got the lavender and the chamomile. It's actually a very, very pretty one. And the mint in there is interesting as well. But I do like that one in my bedroom at night. This is Wave the Grain. This is from January of 2023. Sugar Cookie, Birthday Cake, and Old Town Bakery. That is Wave the Grain. Less than half left in there. So I do have a lot of bakery. I do have a lot of bakery in here in this one. And this one here is kind of no exception. This last one here is It's Fall Charlie Brown. This is apple, pumpkin strudel, and zucchini bread. This is from October of 2023. And this one here have less than half a brittle. So I can easily use up that. I think what's nice about this month is because a lot of these, maybe not all actually, but there's a good amount in here that are partials already. So my numbers will be good to use these up and not have these, you know, little partials sticking around. So it's good to do that and go into my basket and see what haven't I warmed or should finish. But a lot of bakery. So we'll see how I feel about that. Mixing in some winter scents a little bit in there. And yeah, I think it'll be an interesting month. So from Scentsy, as far as partials go, these are the only partials I pulled out. So I only pulled out 4. Does not mean I'm only going to warm 4 Scentsy bars for the whole month, because I really am. I mentioned this sometime recently. I'm kind of itching to warm more Scentsy, but I have all of this that I still really want to use and not hold on to for another year. And I feel like Scentsy cures very well. So, and that's part of my way of thinking as I'm warming through things. Like, what stays good longer? I'll give you an example. Like bakery scents, Rose Girls bakery scents, I've noticed tend to get lighter over time. So I want to warm those sooner than later. Whereas like Teddy Bees, I can actually leave that curing longer, more than, you know, using sooner. And then I think Scentsy's will last for years and years and it'll be fine. So I always look at kind of how does this stuff cure? What's the longevity, kind of shelf life on some of my vendor wax, but I will be warming more, but these were the partials that I had. So this baked apple was in friend mail. So this is baked apple. There's 4 cubes. I think she thought it was a little too sweet. Autumn Stroll. I warmed some of this in September. I love the scent. And I was watching Chris's Empties, Chris from Dazzling Scents with Chris this past week, and she warmed this one. It was in her Empties. And I'm like, I love this scent. This is in my club. It smells so good. So I love Autumn Stroll. Then we have King Cake. I think I also warmed this in September or August. I have 3 cubes left. I'll warm that. And then Breakfast in Bed. I have 4 cubes left of Breakfast in Bed, and I will, you know, try to use that up. So those are the partial Scentsy bars that I had. I mean, I'm sure I have more, but those are the ones I quickly found. Coconut Lemongrass is one that I just kind of put in every once in a while. So there's always partial bars of those, but that is everything I'm planning on warming in November. What are you planning on warming in November? Is this going to be more of continuing to kind of use up any fall pumpkin leaves, apple scents? Are you over those already? And you're like, bring on winter. Give me all the Christmas and wintry blends and cozy blends. Would love to know kind of where you're at. So yeah, I'm a little like, I hope I'm going to enjoy this basket. I think I will, because I have enough different scents. I have a little lavender, I have a little coffee, I have some tea. I have, so I think I'll be pretty good with this one. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy this, and I will chat with you later. Bye-bye. Hey, it's Martha, and I am here for, why am I here? Always off on tangents. Always just I'd say stick to the script, but I don't have a script. Maybe that's the problem. The problem is I have no script, and I have hair in my face. Okay. It is always fun to shop my stash. Ugh. It's like all over. My hair is all over me. Okay. What is wrong with my hair? It's like touching my face. Okay. Hello.